Okay. Lesson 1: how to play God Only Knows.
Good,
Brian
because it's dead on.
It's not. You got to remember that Brian would play.
So what's that's a D?
Most people play D chord, yeah.
Yeah.
Brian uses the sort of the D note, the A note is the bass note. So there's he'd use D over A, so he's playing the second note of the chord as the bass.
Right.
So most people would play a D note like that. I may not always love you, right? But he sticks in the A note, so it makes it. I may not always love you, as long as there are stars above you. You may not need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you.
God, I hate these people that can play guitar.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's just beautiful because the bass line is just a sort of I may not always love you, and it just climbs up. As long as there are stars above you, you may not need to doubt it, and then it descends chromatically. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you. It's just beautiful. So when it all combines. And the other ones would be what's it called? I can see so much in your eyes. I can feel so much in your eyes. There's nothing about tomorrow. Yeah, don't talk, but yeah, I'm not sure. So how we. My thoughts about this are, I don't believe that Brian could write these songs next to a piano, because if you did, your muscle memory and your fingers would take you elsewhere. So all I can imagine is that for things like Warmth of the Sun,
It's funny you should say that, but go back to Robbie, when I went to see Brian at Glasgow at the sound check, and Robbie's a musician, and he saw the sound check completely different from me and Peter. All me and Peter saw was Brian with shades on, and it's like Hero, but Robbie saw how you put the songs together, and it's interesting what you just said, well, as in how Brian could write God Only Knows with a piano, because, you know, so, you know, who knows?
You wouldn't naturally go. If I was to come along and say, I've got this chord sequence, it goes like this. You'd go, oh, I can't. You're changing key midway through. I can't write a tune around that. So all I can imagine is that he's come up with a tune which was da 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 da.
So somebody was like Mike Love wouldn't have had input, so somebody was had input, like Carlo and the
I think he's probably been driving along. I like to imagine Brian driving down Santa Monica, or wherever it is, or you know, and he's got a tune in his head. He's stuck at some traffic light, and he's got a tune. He's got no instrument, so he lets the tune develop in his head. And because he's had a long drive, and he gets home, the tune's embedded in his head, and then he thinks, right, how do I support that tune with chords? So he's not guided by what his fingers do naturally, because whenever I pick up the guitar, I'll play the same thing. You know, I'll play my favourite chords, favourite things, and I think that's what he must be doing, especially with, because it's such an awkward... Because it's such an awkward melody, an awkward chord sequence, the melody is so beautiful over the top of that. And similarly, this one, I can feel so much in your side, and I can feel so much in your eyes. Let's not look out too much. It's, but without the melody there, it's awkward. It's, well, without the melody, I'll not sing it. Sort of, you don't have these kind of sevenths doing chromatic things.
Yeah.
So it's, I just think he's done this away from a keyboard so that he's not, his hands aren't telling him what to do, it's just this, the tune. I think there's a few things like that. I like to imagine like that. I don't probably talk, I'm probably talking shy. But I like to think about it like that. And I prefer to think that.